Hello! Okay, so this video is going to be about the new Splurge unique cream eyeshadows, as well as pairing them with the unique eye mineral pigments. The Splurge just started coming out in March. There's two colors available right now. I'm going to be showcasing Dainty, which is like a pink purple mocha color. Absolutely gorgeous. The other color is Elegant, which is more of a gold cream colour. They're both absolutely gorgeous, but I'm obsessed with Dainty, so we're going to do Dainty today. But there's been a lot of questions on how to use it, when to use it, and really it's a super versatile product as well as the eye pigments, so I'm going to go over the few different ways to do it. I have had people say that they like doing the Glorious Primer before putting on the Splurge. I've done it both ways. I like it either or, but some say the sparkles stay on a little bit better by doing the primer. If you're going to do your primer, it comes now in a little tube. This is how it used to come, but when they switched to making it in the USA, they changed the packaging. So, but I still have oodles of this to go through, so I'm going to use it first. But when you're going to do it, if you're just doing your eyes, you want a teeny tiny bit, okay? Just a little bit. You do not need much at all. So I'm going to apply that over my eyelids, so it'll keep everything there. The primer will also bring out the vibrance in the colour. So not only is it going to keep it on longer, but it's going to bring out the colour more. So let's go with the Dainty. Now, real quick, you can apply this with your fingertips. However, I find I end up using a lot more product and it doesn't go as far. So I have the cream shadow brush, and it's $15 and well worth the money when you get it. You don't need much product at all. You see, there's very little on that brush, more than enough to do my eyelid. And I always start right in the center and then brush out. That way the heavier concentration is going to be on my lid. And then I'm going to brush up underneath my brow, just a little, so I get a little sparkle up there as well. Okay? So that's just a really light application. If you want a little more colour, you can go back, get a touch more, and go over. Now I will say you don't want to apply too much because it's a cream shadow and it needs something to adhere to. And if you've got too much cream and not enough surface, it's going to get kind of pilly because it's got nothing to adhere to. You've got too much product. So start with a little bit. If you want a little bit more intense colour, you can build it up. Now I will show you with doing your fingertip, alright? Still more product than I would put on the brush, but I'm going to go over my eye here so you can see the difference. You see? Yeah. Alright, I'll do the double coats there so you can see. Get more product, go back over. For one, I've got super heavy concentration right in that center where I initially touched, and it just doesn't spread out as nicely as I would like it to. Not as nicely with the brush. But two, you see how much more sparkly and much more concentrated over here is? I mean, it's still pretty over here, but so much more with using the brush. So, I mean, for a $15 investment, it's totally worth it. I'm going to go back over that side with my brush so that I'm even. Sorry, my lighting always does that. Alrighty. So, there we go. Ooh, much more sparkle. Yay! Okay, so that's with Dainty. Now, you can wear this alone. I get plenty of compliments just wearing it as is, but you can also add your mineral eye pigments on top. So I'm going to start with Confident. And you just shake out a little bit into the lid. It's a loose pigment. And I will say the mineral eye pigments from Unique are wedding quality. And what I mean by that is makeup artists have a quality of products that they use, that it needs to meet a certain standard, it needs to be highly pigmented, it needs to be long wearing, long lasting, before they'll ever put it on a bride, because the bride is going to cry, she's going to be, you know, having her makeup put on at 6 in the morning and not getting married till 6 at night. It has to last through the hairdresser, just so many different things. So we're very, very particular about what products we use, and Younique's eye pigments exceed the standard. I used to use MAC all the time, which is usually what a lot of makeup artists use, and these exceed MAC. I mean, the pigmentation, the long wearing, they're just gorgeous. So with that being said, you need very little. So put it in the lid, get a little bit of product on, and either tap or run alongside the edge there just to get the excess off, because it takes very, very little. Now, my favorite way to apply has always been a little sideways V. So I start in the outer corner, brush over about halfway, and then I make my other V up into my crease, about halfway over, and then I fill in my V. And by having that cream eyeshadow, it enhances that sparkle there. Ooh, isn't that pretty? Now, if you saw how I do this, see my hand is resting right here? Okay, the little makeup artist trick. Having something to anchor you while you're applying will help everything go on smoother, help you get more of a straight line, rather than your hand bouncing all the way around, okay? So find a place, like your little chin, to anchor yourself, and then apply, and see what results you get. It may help you out a little bit, okay? Then I'm going to take Vulnerable. And this is actually a matte pink color, and I'm using the matte for a reason, because I'm going to go over it with Dainty so you can see the difference. So, sprinkled a little bit in, sorry, sprinkle a little bit on the brush. See, not much at all. Start with less is more, especially with Younique products. It does not take much to get an amazing look. So, that's Vulnerable, nice and soft. If you want a little bit more, just re-dip, get off the excess, and get your lighting to work, and reapply. Now you see how that matte kind of toned down the sparkle? I had so much sparkle like over here, and now that's toned down a little bit. That's what I love for like a daytime look, for going to work or something. I can get away with a little bit of sparkle, but not as crazy as maybe the full-on sparkle. And then I have Sexy, which is like a shimmery ivory color, probably my favorite color. Deluxe brush, brush it on as my highlight right underneath my brow. Okay? How pretty is that? Ooh la la. Very fun. Okay, so now let's say I've worn this all day, I love it, but I want to go out with friends. I want to go out, have some fun, and I can now have sparkle because it's not daytime. My work isn't going to judge me. Bring out your Dainty, get a little bit on the brush. See, very little, okay? And I'm just going to go right over top. Oop, I got a little bit too much, see? Not much at all. Alright, I'm going to go right back over that Vulnerable. And that's just going to bring back out my sparkle. I'm going to go up over my Sexy a little bit. See that? I still have my confident, I still have the blending, but now I have my sparkle back. And if you need to, you can take your confident. One of these days I'll fix my lighting, I promise. One of these days. Take my confident and go back over. You see? Now, in like 5 seconds, I can head out the door and have an evening look from a daytime look. I will say my lashes are from yesterday. No telling. Okay. But super simple ways to apply. You can also do the eye pigments with the rose water if you want. For me, my favorite way to apply with the rose water is actually spritzing my brush. So make the brush wet, and let me find my confident. Dip it in, brush off the excess, and then go over. Okay, I will sometimes spray it in the actual lid, but I do that more for eyeliner because it's a heavier concentration. I prefer actually to spray my brush if I'm just doing it for the eye pigments. But as you can see, well, once this goes by, okay, there you go. Very, very pigmented from adding in the rose water. So I will say you'll want to practice with the rose water if that's how you want to apply it, just because you don't have as much ability to blend it out once it's wet. So I will say practice, okay? It's a little bit more of an advanced technique, but it's pretty, it intensifies the color. But I hope that's really simple. I hope you see how versatile these products are, how pretty they are, and it's gonna stay on your face all day. I have worn the Splurge all day long, by itself or with the eye pigments. They don't go anywhere, they stay, and they look gorgeous all day. So if you have any questions, if you need tips, tricks on how to apply or want to know about colour combinations, message me or comment, and I hope that helps, and I hope you enjoy your nose Splurge and eye pigments.